The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our live agent training. I hope everybody's having a great day so far and a great week. My name is Erin, for those of you who are new to our agent training, and today we're going to be covering the CMA reports and how they work in the system, and we'll show you some how-tos on how to get those started and where to initially get the leads and how to really use the CMA report to the fullest extent of the report. So we do have a couple of new features that I wanted to explain to you and show you in the system. We have a new a new property website template. So I went ahead and created a property website in here with the new template. This is going to be our layout 13. So we have a new one. It's very similar to layout 12 if you're using layout 12 in the system already. If you use layout 12, you'll see that these are all going to be located at the top. So it's kind of just flip-flopped, has all of your agent information on here still. Your property description would be here, and then you have the location. All of your agent information is also located on the bottom of this website as well. So just kind of a new up-to-date template. If you have those beautiful HD photos, they actually show up more kind of like layout 12 on the property website. And I think I have a layout 12 in here. So this is layout 12 too, if you're using that or looking for a newer, fresh layout. Let me just get this pulled up here. So this is our layout 12, very similar to the newest one. It's just these are kind of flip-flopped in down here. So you have that available to use if you choose to use this new fresh layout, really pretty. And keep in mind, if you want, we can customize the top header for you to match your brand or your look that you're trying to go for. So that's something that we can get going for you. Feel free to call support and get that going. The other thing that we have new is we have the printable listing presentation. So that has been something that a lot of you have been requesting to have available. You can now have those listing presentations printed. So there are two different places that you can find them. When you go to your tools section here, you'll see this little wrench icon. So when we go ahead and click on that wrench icon, scroll down to the very bottom, and you'll see the listing presentation, and you'll see that there's a print PDF button. Now this will give you your property-specific listing presentation that you can print directly for this specific listing or any listing that you choose to. If you want more of your basic listing presentations or flip shows, you can go under the Personal tab at the very top, and then you'll go down to Flip Shows, and you'll see that there's a print button now. So this is just going to be your generic listing presentation with just sample information not directed to any specific property. And then you also have your personal marketing book. So if you've created any custom flip shows or any custom listing presentations, you can now print them on paper, which is really, really exciting. So I know that's been something that a lot of you have been asking to have available. So we know how now have that going, and then you can also still use them online too if you choose to, but we just kind of give you some more options and some more things that you're able to do with those listing presentations. All right, so for today's topic, we're going to focus on the CMA report. Now the CMA report, if you're not sure what it is, it's going to be a comparative marketing analysis report. So it really just gives consumers a detailed report of what they should sell their home for, what homes are going for in the area, and just kind of gives them some suggestions and things that they should do when they're getting ready to move, and if they're having an open house, if you're holding an open house for the agents, kind of just some prep and things that should take place as a part of moving into a new home and selling theirs. So that's all stuff that we're going to cover today, and I'm going to take you through step by step on really where to initially get started for the CMA report. Now, for those of you who already know about the Seller Leads website, we have this website that you can use that helps generate leads. I know every week I always talk about how important leads are going to be for you. So under your Personal tab, you'll go to Personal Websites, and we have the Seller Leads website. Now there are 3 different URLs that you can choose from if you would like to. They are all the same website. It just gives you 3 different URLs that you can choose from. So my personal favorite is the cmareport.info. It will always take your login and then be the .cmareport.info or any one of these other links that you choose from. So you do have these 3 available to you. And again, these are located under the Personal tab and Personal Websites. So when we go ahead and we click on the link, consumers can go to this website and they can fill out this information. Now this can be put on your personal website. You can create Facebook ads if you want to. You can post on any social media, do Craigslist posting, put it in your email signature. Anywhere you can possibly get this website out, you really want to take advantage and use that as an available avenue to get leads. So how it works, I'm just going to do my home address so I can show you exactly what it would look like. Let's go ahead and do that here. So I'm pretending to be the consumer right now, and I'm filling out my home information. So I'm going to hit submit here. And then I'll put in my email address. So I'm just going to do my work email so you can see exactly what it looks like. So it's showing me exactly where my home is located, and it says we've located the property address. Where should we send the report? So this is where the consumer would input their email, so now they can get that CMA report sent over to them. And then it says one final step and we'll let you go. This is where the consumer would go through and fill out their information here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my info. And keep in mind, as the consumer is filling this out, you as the agent get the lead. So my phone's going off, me being the agent, stating that this person is now filling out the CMA report and wants more information about the value of the home. And then you'll see here they can write, what should we know better to value your home? So if there is a beautiful ocean view or if there's anything that's really cool about the home, they can put this information in here. So I can hit submit now. And it says, we've received your home value request. We'll send it to you as soon as possible, usually within a few hours. So again, you're getting all of the lead information sent to you right away because the consumer has filled this information out. So this is part 1 of 2. So now, me being as the agent, I can go into my lead log. So to get to your lead log, you'll go to your account settings here in the right-hand corner. And it will go to lead log. And now you'll see here that you have 2 new leads coming in from the CMA report. Now the CMA request is going to give you all of the agent or the consumer information. So you'll see that it has my sample consumer information info here. And then it also has their address. And now I can take this address here, because this is their address that they typed in to get their home value, and I can create a property-specific website for this information. Now, yes, you'll have very basic information, just the address. So recommended what you can do is you can go in front of the home and you can snap a picture of it, or you'd be surprised, Google does wonders with giving you some property details and photos. So you could do one of 2 of those options. I personally recommend taking a picture of the front of the home yourself. But you may be at a time and you want to do it pretty simple. Google does wonders. You'd be surprised about the property details and information you'd be able to find, given that the home has maybe sold 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever the time frame may be. But you can find a lot of great information and property details. So I have this information. Now I would go to my property tab and click on properties. And I went ahead and already added this property website in here. Since all of you know how to add in a property website, I didn't want to bore you with all of the details of adding that in. So I went ahead and did that already for you. I have one photo. I went and snapped a picture of the front of the home, added this in here. So now the property website has been added into the system. Keep in mind, you will not have the description done. You will not have all of those details done into the system yet, which is okay. You need the bare minimal details to be able to put this information in. So it's really simple, really easy. It's not going to be listed on the MLS yet, obviously, because you're trying to get this home. You want to try and list with the sellers and have that done on your own. So you don't need to have it listed in the MLS yet. You can still manually enter it in, and it just takes a few moments to add in that property website. So now that the property website has been added into the system, what I can do is I can go on all of these icons here, and I can go to the little quotation marks and go to the CMA. So when I click on the CMA, it pulls up with the property details again. So I can just make sure that all of this information is correct and accurate. The address looks good. I can do the square feet. So I'm just going to put in some sample information here. We'll say it was built in 2011. There's a 3-car garage in here. So all of those details have now been put into the CMA report. I can hit proceed. So now when I hit proceed, it will take you to get the comparative listings. So, oh, sorry about that. I knew that was going to happen. So this will do the comparative listings. So you can choose to do give or take 1 or 2 bathrooms. I usually like to do 2 or 3. You can do give or take bathrooms, the square feet if you want to, and then the age of the home. So I'm just going to do any age. I want to have some good listings pop up on here. You can do the maximum search radius. So we want to get some good listings. I'm going to do within 5 miles of this home. And then for the MLS source, you can select your MLS on here. If for any reason you do not see your MLS listed here, that's fine. You can still use this function. You just go down and you select Other, Not Listed. You also have an option to save this criteria for your new CMA. So then you don't have to continuously do this. You just want this to be your static search criteria moving forward. So you can check this box, and that will be your default criteria for any new CMAs created. You also have a find properties by MLS number. So if you have some comp listings that are in the area that you want to add on to the CMA report, you can actually type in the MLS number here, and they'll generate on your CMA report for you. So I'm going to go ahead and click Generate here so we can go ahead and get that CMA report generated. So it will just let me know that I have 2 pending requests for the CMA reports, which is fine. It does take just a few minutes to have it generated. I do have one already created that we can go off of, and I can show you how it works. So you do have a View button here. When you click on View, this is where you can go to pull up all of the properties that are listed in that specific area. So I can go through here and I can say, you know what, it looks like this one has been sold already. So I can mark it to sold. You'll see that you have the active listings, you have a sold tab, any listings that were canceled, your off-market listings, and then you also can hide listings if you want to. So say that this one is just not even one that you want to have on there, you can hide it, and then it disappears and it will not show up on that CMA report. Another thing that you can do with this section as well is you can edit this. So say that this home here has a beautiful ocean view. So I can edit it, and we want to up the price because it's got an ocean view. So we'll say ocean view, and we can add on $5,000 to this home. So we'll do a plus sign and then $5,000. So we can say that. So now the price went up from $835 to $840 because it has that beautiful ocean view. And then you can say that this one needs a remodeled kitchen, so you can down the price if you want to by $10,000 or whatever it would cost to upgrade the kitchen. So really this is kind of a way for you to customize the listings that are in the area to be able to have that be the competitive report for all of the different listings in that specific area. So now that we have all of those done, you'll see that there's a PDF report button as well. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I missed a step. You can also add in your own listings too. If you see one that's not listed in here, but you know that it's going to be a great property for your CMA report, you can click here on this Add New button and fill out the property information on your own. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a sample one here for you so you can take a look. So I'm going to just going to make up an address here. And then we'll say that this one has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 1,500. We can select an image if we want to. We'll say that this has 2 garage. And then I can select a picture of the front of the home. So we can do the list price. We'll say that it was listed at $625,000, sold at $675,000. The original price we'll say was $650,000. And then we can do the date listed. So we'll say that this was listed back in, we'll say March. We'll say March 15th, and then it went off market. We can say that it went off market April 30th. And we can choose to have it be in sold status. Or if you want to get rid of the date and then have it be in active status, you can have that too. So we'll leave this one active. We'll say that it's been on the market for a little bit. So now this would populate on here. Let's see. So now this one's down here. So obviously this is a low priced home, so it's going to go by the price amount. So you'll be able to see that one listed here because we manually entered that one in. So now once I have this all created, I can do the PDF report. It does take a few moments to generate that, so I went ahead and generated one already for this home, so you'll be able to take a look at it. Now it just gives you the property picture and then the address here, and it tells the consumers what a CMA report is. So it's the comparative market analysis, and then just kind of goes in depth about how the CMA report is important. Has your contact information as the agent, so you'll be able to have your picture. And sorry, I don't know why it stopped scanning here. Computer froze up on me. So it has your agent information, your logo, your picture. So if you want to make sure you have your picture and logo on there, it will populate on here. If you don't, then it will be blank there. So something that's kind of important. Talks about why setting the correct price is important. So just kind of some different things that you can do for the CMA, why they should have their homes priced at a certain price. Correct pricing and timing goes in depth with all of that. Gives a map of all of the listings in that specific area. So you'll see them listed here with the price. And then if we scroll down just a little bit more, it gives the comparable property list here as well. And then it goes into the active listing details. So then it talks about all of the comps in that area or all of the active listings in that specific area as well. And then once we scroll down a little bit more, sorry, there's a lot of homes listed in this area. So we got a lot of homes on the CMA report. And then there's a suggested listing price. So it talks about if the home needs to be remodeled, then maybe you should stick within this range. Maybe it needs a little bit of work. Maybe it's average condition, or maybe it's excellent condition. And then you're talking about the $1 million homes over here. So, and then there's also, this is one of my favorite parts about the CMA report, is it helps the sellers understand what they need to do when selling their home. So it talks about getting ready mentally and removing yourself from the home. I mean, really, it just is something that's important because a lot of people could be first-time sellers and they're not sure what they should be doing. So this is all just some helpful tips and tricks and information that they can use when they're trying to get their home ready. So talking about curb appeal, preparing the interior. It also talks about the open house checklist. So people may have never been to an open house or may not know what to do during an open house. So this is just something to kind of keep in mind for the consumers when they are getting ready to sell their home. And then the inspection instructions, that's all important. And then last but not least, it's got the moving checklist, which is really cool too. It gives us some suggestions for 8 weeks before, 6 weeks before, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 2 or 3 days before, and then also moving day and then at the destination. So there are some really cool things in the CMA report. There is a process overview too. They may not know what to do throughout the whole process, so you can show them this little process overview, and it gives them the idea of what will be happening throughout the process of selling their home. So that wraps up the CMA report. It is a good 26-pager depending on how many listings you have in here. Let me just scroll back up. Depending on how many listings you have in this area. But the CMA report is very helpful to use, and it's something that's so simple and so easy to use throughout the system. So just keep in mind that you'll see that through the little CMA report quotation mark button here on the property tab. So now I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions. I see some of you are asking some questions here, so I'd love to answer these. Is this being recorded and available to listen later? Yes, we do have our YouTube channel that I upload the videos to, so I'm going to post this link here right now in the question box. So if you go to the question box, you'll see the YouTube link. Be sure to click the subscribe button, so anytime a new video is uploaded, you will be notified and you can view it at a later time. Another question was, is this available for MLS system in Canada? Yes, so we do have it available for you in Canada. You'll just be sure to select your MLS when you're going through the CMA portion of it. Let's see. On the page with the various prices, it says needs work. Is that intentional? I'm not sure where you were talking about that, Pam. If it's something that's showing up on yours, definitely let us know and we can look into it. We're still trying to make sure that the CMA report is working great, so we do have it in beta test. If there's anything that you need as a part of the CMA report, or if there's anything you see that needs to be changed, just let us know. We love to get your feedback and your suggestions to be sure to help you out in all aspects of everything. Are there any other questions about the CMA report, about the new features, anything in general? let's see, what link do we use to post on our personal website and social media? So when you go to the personal tab here, and you'll see on personal websites, you have these 3 links that you can choose from. Now, you can also add the page onto your personal website when you click on the menu button here. So you'll see menu, and this is through the personal website tab. So if you want to add this CMA report to your personal tab, you'll see that you have an add page button. And then you can go to agent pages, I think it's on here, and you'll see the CMA report. So this is something that you can use, and it will actually generate that CMA report for the home value. So you can say, do you want to know what your home is worth or any of that, and this will populate on your personal website. If you have questions on how to add it onto your personal website, feel free to give us a call and we can walk you through step-by-step on how to do that. General question, if you have a team, should the team be represented or the lead agent? That's your preference on how you want to do that. Most teams that I've seen in the system do represent their whole team. Under the notification section, you can have it notified to another email. So if you have a set team email, you can go through and add that on there. But really, it's just your preference. I mean, if you want the lead agent to be the one that's on the team and getting notified, you can do that, but most of the team accounts that I've seen through agent marketing represent the whole team, so that way it's kind of fair advantage, and then everybody can come into agent marketing and manage the account. Any other questions about the system, questions in general? I'd love to answer them for you. And again, this is recorded, so I will have this up on the YouTube video within the next half an hour, so you can always go back and view it at a later time. And if you have any questions, keep in mind our support hotline number is at the top of our website. And we also have the online chat where you can chat with us and ask any questions as well. So it looks like that's it for questions. I'll hang on the line for just a few more moments to see if anybody else has any questions. If not, again, feel free to give us a call. Thank you all so much for attending, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week, everyone.